welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to show you guys a few new books that I have picked out. These have come from mostly Book Outlet, I think all from Book Outlet except for one, actually. One I ordered a brand new from Indigo, which I have talked about. Sorry, I'm like talking as I'm putting stuff down, which I have talked about on here before, but for the most part, they all come from Book Outlet. So let's talk about that one from Indigo first, and that is Our Crooked Hearts by Melissa Albert. So I have spoken about this book a couple of times on my channel already. So the synopsis for this one says, secrets, lies, super bad choices, witchcraft. The suburbs, right now. 17-year-old Ivy's summer break kicks off with an accident, a punishment, and a mystery. A stranger whose appearance in the middle of the road in the middle of the night heralds a string of increasingly unsettling events. As the days pass, Ivy grapples with eerie offerings, corroded memories, and a secret she's always known, that there's more to her mother than meets the eye. The city, back then. Dana has always been perceptive, and the summer she turns 16, with the help of her best friend and an ambitious older girl, her gifts bloom into a heady fling with the supernatural. As the trio's aspirations darken, they find themselves speeding toward a violent breaking point. Years after it began, Ivy and Dana's shared story will come down to a reckoning amongst a daughter, a mother, and the dark forces they never should have messed with. I love me a witchy read. Like, that's just one of my favorite things. So the next book that we're going to talk about is The Reunion by Guillaume Musso. I apologize if I just butchered that name. The French Riviera 25 years ago. One freezing night, as her campus is paralyzed by a snowstorm, 19-year-old Vinca Rockwell, the most beautiful and glamorous girl at her prep school, runs away with her philosophy teacher, with whom she has been conducting a secret affair. She will never be seen again. The French Riviera, present day. Once inseparable Thomas, Maxim, and Fanny, Vinca's best friends, have not spoken since graduation. But when they receive a notice from their old school detailing plans for a new gymnasium and inviting them to attend a class reunion, they know they must go back one more time. Because there is a body buried in the gym's walls, and they're the ones who put it there. What really happened that long ago winter night? Nothing now stands in the way of the truth. How good does that sound? So I'm wondering, like, did these friends kill the girl? Did these friends kill the teacher? Like, I don't know. So next is The Lighthouse Switches by C.J. Cook. Two sisters go missing on a remote Scottish island. 20 years later, one is found, but she's still the same age as when she disappeared. The secrets of witches have reached across the centuries in this chilling gothic thriller from the author of the acclaimed The Nesting. When single mother Liv is commissioned to paint a mural in a 100-year-old lighthouse on a remote Scottish island, it's an opportunity to start over with her three daughters, Luna, Sapphire, and Clover. When two of her daughters go missing, she's frantic. She learns that the cave beneath the lighthouse was once a prison for women accused of witchcraft. The locals warn her about wildlings, supernatural beings who mimic human children, created by witches for revenge. Liv is told wildlings are dangerous and must be killed. 22 years later, Luna has been searching for her missing sisters and mother. When she receives a call about her youngest sister, Clover, she's initially ecstatic. Clover is a sister she remembers, except she's still 7 years old, the age she was when she vanished. Luna is worried Clover is a wildling. Luna has a few memories of her time on the island, but she'll have to return to find the truth of what happened to her family. She doesn't realize just how much the truth will change her. So this sounds like another witchy read, which I just love witchy reads so much. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I love Riley Sager. I have just now started reading their work. I've read 2 of their books now, and I've really enjoyed both of them, so I'm really curious to see what this one's going to be like. 25 years ago, Maggie Holt and her parents, Ewan and Jess, moved into Bainbury Hall, a rambling Victorian estate in the Vermont woods. 3 weeks later, they fled into the dead of the night, an ordeal Ewan later recounted in a nonfiction book called House of Horrors. His horror memoir of ghostly happenings and encounters with malevolent spirits became a worldwide phenomenon, rivaling the Amityville Horror in popularity and skepticism. Today, Maggie is a restorer of old houses and too young to remember any of the events mentioned in her father's book. But she also doesn't believe a word of it. Ghosts, after all, don't exist. When Maggie inherits Bainbury Hall after her father's death, she returns to renovate the old place to prepare it for sale. But her homecoming is anything but warm. People from the past chronicled in House of Horrors lurk in the shadows, and locals aren't thrilled that their small town has been made infamous thanks to Maggie's father. Even more unnerving is Banbury Hall itself, a place filled with relics from another era that hint at a history of dark deeds. As Maggie experiences strange occurrences straight out of her father's book, she starts to believe that what he wrote was more fact than fiction. I love anything to do with horror, with books, with houses, with horror houses. Next is The Toll. So this is, I think, the third. Yes, it's the third in the Scythe series. And I've heard so many good things about the Scythe series. I had all the entire trilogy on my list in my basket in Book Outlet, and I took too long to check out, and all the other ones were gone, and all that was left was The Toll. So I don't have the first two books, so I'm gonna have to pick those two up whenever I find them on sale. But I didn't want to pass up the deal of getting this one for so cheap. So this is, like I said, the third in the series. I don't know what the first two books are about. All I know is that it's about people that are like the harbingers of death, I guess. And I think it's like a post-apocalyptic world, possibly, where somebody is chosen to be the Scythe and who has to take people's lives. So that's the little that I know about it. I don't know anything about The Toll because I haven't read the first or second one. So the next book that we are going to talk about is A Match Made in Mendy by Nandi Bapai. I apologize for totally mangling that. This one is one that I was really on the fence about getting because it's definitely not something that I would typically read, but I'm really trying to push myself out of my comfort zone at least once in a while and read something different that I normally wouldn't. And this is more of a contemporary romance, which is definitely something I would never read, but it sounds really good and really cute. 15-year-old Simi Sangha comes from a long line of Indian vikol makers with a rich history of helping parents find good matches for their grown children. When Simi accidentally and successfully sets up her cousin with a wealthy local businessman, her family is thrilled that she has the gift. But Simi is an artist, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with helicopter parents and family drama. That is, until Simi and her best friend Noah realize this might just be the best thing to improve their social status. Armed with her family's ancient guide to finding love, Simi starts a matchmaking service, via an app, of course. But when she helps connect a wallflower of a girl with Ethan, the star of the boys' soccer team, Simi makes herself public enemy number one with Amanda Taylor, the most popular and vicious girl in school, who's been obsessed with Ethan forever. Will Simi manage to find love amid the chaos of family, school, and new enemies? That one sounds super good. It sounds super cute. So I'm definitely interested to give this one a try, even though it's really out of my comfort zone and not a genre I typically read at all. So the second to last book that I got is The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. Every year the people of the Protectorate leave a baby as an offering to the witch who lives in the forest to keep her from terrorizing their town. But the witch, Zan, is really kind and gentle. She shares her home with a wise swamp monster and a perfectly tiny dragon. Zan rescues the children and delivers them to welcoming families on the other side of the forest. One year, Zan accidentally feeds a baby Moonlight, filling the ordinary child with extraordinary magic. Zan decides she must raise this girl, whom she calls Luna, as her own. As Luna's 13th birthday approaches, her magic begins to emerge with unpredictable consequences, just when it's time for Zan to go collect another child. Meanwhile, a young man is determined to free his people by killing the witch, and a volcano, dormant for centuries, rumbles within the earth. So this one sounds like it has a lot going on. Once again, another book about witches and witchcraft, something that I enjoy a lot. And the last book that I picked up is Ace of Spades. And once again, this is another one that's a little bit out of my comfort zone. I absolutely love the color of it. It is so pretty. And I heard about this one from Books and Lala, and it sounded good. So I figured, you know what, it sounds good. It's a little out of my comfort zone, but why not try it? Two Nibius Private Academy students, Devon Richards and Shikama Adebayo, are selected to be part of the elite school senior prefect. It looks like their year is off to an amazing start. After all, not only does it look great on college applications, but it officially puts them in the running for valedictorian too. Shortly after the announcement is made, though, someone who goes by Aces begins sending anonymous texts to reveal secrets about the two of them that turn their lives upside down and threaten every aspect of their carefully planned futures. As Aces shows no signs of stopping, what seemed like a sick prank quickly turns into a dangerous game, with all the cards stacked against them. Can Devon and Shikama stop Aces before things become incredibly deadly? This one almost kind of reminds me of Pretty Little Liars in a way, doesn't it? The synopsis for that. All right, you guys, so those are the new books that I picked up. I'm really excited to get to them. Let me know in the comments down below which one you think I should read first. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!